Hey guys, Lorcan the Hedgehog here, and welcome back to my review of the Treehouse of Horror 27 event in Simpsons Tap Out. This is the fifth Treehouse of Horror event that was released in Simpsons Tap Out. So, is it as good as say as the first few, or is it as bad as say last year's one? Let me just get a little quick summary of how I feel of all the four previous Treehouse of Horror events, because honestly, I like the Treehouse of Horror events. The fun, and there's also the type of genre they pick for Halloween as well. Back in 2012, with the first major Halloween event and the first major update in Simpsons Tap Out, was about zombies, and I liked that. I was around for that, and I got a few characters. I got the Raven, I got Devil Flanders, I got I got a few of the characters there. Then there was 2013 with Ghosts. I like the team they went for, and especially they brought back some characters. Like they brought back Maud Flanders as a ghost, and they had a few, quest lines about Frank Grimes and James Bond, their James Bond parody. Before Frank Grimes actually did became a character in Simpsons Tap Out. But yeah, uh, also let's see, also for there was 2014 dealing with aliens. I like the Kang and Kodos idea, and that was the first one to add the Act 1 and Act 2 stuff that led to Simpsons Tap Out events have been, using ever since, instead of just making it all in one huge major event in all in one. And I think it was a good idea to do the act because, to be honest, it keeps you waiting for the prizes. I like that better than have it all in one because, well, what if you're a guy who have a donut rush and you just spend everything and you have to wait about like another 3 weeks in order for it to end? I like that better that they added the act, structure there. But anyway, then there was 2015 that dealt with campfire stories, which, to be honest, was one of the weakest Treehouse of Horror events that ever to come out. It's by far one of the weakest Treehouse of Horror events, and it's just because it didn't have that much. Unlike the monster design, and it has a few. It did have a Family Guy joke, but it was the characters they took in the skins. But there was no characters whatsoever that you could send to do quests at or jobs. There was the model donor, which before the takedown event came out, it was the only character to come out, and that stinked hard. That really stinked. Then you had all those monsters, which while look cool, it was the usual non-playable. So I don't really like non-playable characters. I know there's a reason for them, but I personally don't really like them. And that's what the skins were before they fixed them. They were having a lot. They had a lot of problems. Like they only had I remember getting Lisa Milhouse's and Martin's costumes for Act One. And all of them just they didn't have like they only had like 4 hours and then about 24, maybe about 12 hours. That was about it. And it kind of stinked as well. Well, it was cool to see Ken Kodos got a skin, and it was weird. It was cool to see them making a recent, giving Kirk and Luann a skin that's really was really recently. Like they had the scroll Luann and Acorn Kirk, which was from Halloween of Horror, the recent the canon Halloween episode, but it was a bit disappointing. Luckily, this one deals with horror movies, and I like it better than the last year's one. It has a lot more in it. So let's just get to the plot. Lisa, I guess if she wanted to go to college, she needs money, so she decides to make an independent movie in Springfield. And since horror Halloween is coming around the corner, she decided to make it about horror films. However, this time the monsters are designed to help out with Springfield in order to defeat the more feral monsters. This includes Death, a Blinky monster, a space marshmallow, and some other characters, some others. but soon Springfield start maybe turn against them, and Lisa now has to, put the peace between humans and monsters. So this event introduces more characters. There are about 3 skins here, which is one's for free, one's a prize, and one's a premium. So for skins anyway. So let's just go for the order. The first one you will get is the filmmaker Lisa. That's the first skin of the event, and it's the only free one. It's honestly for filmmaker Lisa. She doesn't really do much in this event, but it's a cool looking design for her. It's a cool looking, skin for her. But as well, let's just go for the skins first. So basically, the other one is the Act 3. It's from Act 3. It's the fourth prize, which is Werewolf Ned. Now, I like the look. I like the wolf growls he makes. I didn't really like the crest line because it dealt with a teenager, but if it dealt with the teenagers, it would have been cool if he just, was going crazy over Springfield, but I did like his jobs. So, I give it a pass. And the premium skin is from Act 1, which I kind of found was a bit strange, but it was okay. Was the crazy Nana lady? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pretty much the crazy loser lady, which is basically a skin for the crazy cat lady. It was a bit strange to see her get a skin, but it was a cool one, and I guess it does have a bit of a main side, because to be honest, the main side of the Simpsons Tap Out, one from the 2012, and I don't know when was the main Marge added, the main side was just a little... I would like to see a main character, like the main statues, to just give her some jobs, because that one did nothing. That was one part I didn't like about the 2012 Treehouse, however, that one didn't do anything. He didn't have jobs, or he talked. So he only walked around the town, which was a bit disappointing, but yeah. So that's about the skins. What about the actual characters themselves? Well, out of them, 2 was premium. One's was an old guild deal, and that's the Blinky monster, which I've shown in my videos. He's a cool looking character. I didn't expect to see that. It's the closest thing I will get Blinky in Simpsons Tap Outs besides the usual Blinky coming out of the water. And there's also Gravedigger Billy. Now I like that I like that they pick a Gravedigger for this Halloween. It's a good that character could make sense to work on a horror, thing. So I give that one a pass. Now for the others. These are the other characters for the act prizes. We got first the Space Marshmallow, which I thought was a bit strange. At first I thought it was going to be, the Gummy Homer, but there is an animated job for the Space Marshmallow that he can emulate Homer, and no, it doesn't require Homer for that job. He can just act like Homer in the, his gummy mode. So that's cool to see. There's also Det, which is cool to see. I like Det. He's also I think he's the only character besides not Ned, the werewolf Ned, that's voiced. And it's cool to get Det in your town. And as well, we got Frankenstein, which is Professor Frank's dad. I like the character, and I'm glad they added him into the game. It's a cool character to have around. And at least they didn't have the Professor Frank. I was a bit disappointed I can't understand why the Crestline didn't have Professor Frank in them. Because, well, to think about it, maybe some people out there didn't got Professor Frank in their town because he's a premium character, so, I would understand that maybe Professor Frank's dad wouldn't really do jobs with him. But maybe do like a premium Crestline for people who have Professor Frank and his dad. Would have been cool. But still, it's cool just to have him around Springfield. Now, there is one part of the Halloween event always adds something different in F. Simpsons Tap Out. Like I said, the first year we had zombies that walk around town, and like last year, none of the monsters can infect your town, which I would kind of miss. But there is something. I don't usually talk about decorations in my Let's Plays or in my reviews of Simpsons Tap Out, but this is by far one of the best decorations the EA has made for Simpsons Tap Out. The zombie sandwich. This thing, once you place in town, you can make the residents of Springfield who are around for 2012 of Treehouse of Horror turn into their zombie forms and have a 1 hour job just being a zombie. Now that is awesome because I love the designs of how the Springfield, how the people of Springfield look like as zombies. It's cool to finally have them back. It would have been cooler if, they actually added the more recent characters, but you can only go for so much, and I'm just glad they finally, given that. Now, there's also the monster battle. Unlike, this is like, I can sort of give a, okay, let me try to pronounce this. This is not like the villain fights in Superheroes 2, where it's like an RPG type. This one you have a selection of characters who can fight against giant monsters. There were 4 total different monsters you can fight. There's a blue one, which just means one character can fight them. A yellow one meant 2 characters can fight them. There's a one with a green and a bit of red that meant like a zombified giant worm that 3 characters can fight, and there's a purple one which 4 characters can fight. The more characters that are added, the more currency you will get out of it. This also can count for all the new characters as well. As long as you get a new character with skin, they will join on the fight except for Lisa. She can trick or treat. Yeah, also that the trick or treating system is back again as well. More kids were given to dig the costumes if you got on the monster pile, the nightmare pile. So that is cool to see. And then, but the characters they picked for the monster fights, they're cool. I mean, it's cool to see, some of them, and that, at first Homer was just there for first, but once you complete the event, Homer is permanently be able to fight the monsters with you. So at least he'll be there, and it's cool to see Homer just, fight giant monsters. And as well with Marge, just having Homer, Marge, and Moe team work together to beat a giant monster is cool to see. So, honestly, I also, I forgot to also mention, this thing did include, the crafting is okay. It has the same thing as the sci-fi event where you level up the thing, by, getting the selective currency, which is cool. I'm glad they didn't went back to the Mr. Burns Casino event, which they did do something sort of similar to it, having the community prize. This one was where every time you buy something, you will get some bonus currency, which the more you add up, the more prizes you get out of it. That one's alright, there's not much there, but I'm just glad they didn't do the leveling up thing like Mr. Burns Casino did. So yeah, what do I fully think about this Treehouse of Horror, and how do I compare it to the other ones? Like, if I have a top 5 list of the best of the Treehouse of Horror events, what number would I rank this one? Well, for one, I like this one better than last year's. Last year's was sort of a disappointment. The problem is the other 3, I know some people didn't like some of the other 3, but I like this one better than the Ghost one. I don't know, I don't really know what I'm saying. Let's just try and, okay, I think I like this one more. I don't really know how to rank this. I mean, it has a lot more to it than last year. Well, I guess if there's no, well, so far there's no unplayable characters until the takedown event, so I would maybe consider it better than the 2014 event as well. Despite how much I like the alien concept, I think this one does more to it, and compared to Ghosts, maybe not as good as the Ghost or the Zombie one. I mean, I don't know which one would be number 1 if I did, but it's better than last year's one. But it's, it's Treehouse Horror. Treehouse Horror is going to be the one-time event where I will, like. I like the other events as well, but this one I'm always excited for Treehouse Horror. So now, we're in a few more hours until the takedown event will come. So will they be getting any other characters involved? Like maybe some of the monsters being non-playable characters. I don't know. I'll check them out when they come out. I'll see you guys next time for the next Simpsons tap out video.